All right, let's dive in. Today, we're talking about a massive seismic shift that's happening in medicine. You know, artificial intelligence isn't just some tech buzzword anymore. It's actually reshaping healthcare as we speak, from these huge government projects all the way down to how you and I get treated. So let's get into it. This is really the central question on everyone's mind, right? We hear about AI's potential all the time, but can it really deliver on the promise of transforming something as incredibly complex and vital as our own health? Well, it looks like some very, very big players are betting the answer is a resounding yes. And they're not just talking about it, they're putting $500 billion on the table to prove it. Yeah, that's the price tag for a brand new initiative that wants to fundamentally change American healthcare. And an initiative that big needs a suitably ambitious name, and it has one: Project Stargate. And let me be clear, this is not some small-scale experiment. We're talking about a vision for a complete overhaul of how we approach medicine. So what is it exactly? As announced by former President Trump, Project Stargate is this massive collaboration between the government and some of the heaviest hitters in tech. We're talking OpenAI, SoftBank, and Oracle. The whole goal is to pour just immense resources into using AI to solve some of healthcare's biggest, most stubborn challenges. So what does $500 billion actually buy you? Well, imagine this for a second. A future where we can detect cancer from a simple blood test. Or where personalized vaccines, made just for you, can be created in under 48 hours. And imagine a world where every single doctor, no matter where they are, has access to the world's best medical knowledge right at their fingertips. That's the goal here, making healthcare faster, more personal, and accessible to absolutely everyone. Okay, but that's the high-level vision, the big picture. What's actually happening on the ground today? How is AI moving from just computer code to actual cures for real patients? Let's take a look. This is not a hypothetical. This is not science fiction. Right now, a cancer drug that was designed from the ground up by an artificial intelligence is being given to its very first human patients in a global trial. I mean, this is a massive milestone. And the process itself is just revolutionary. So in silico medicine's AI first identified a biological target, this pathway called Hippo that tumors use to grow. Then its Chemistry 42 platform got to work and designed the perfect molecule to block it. And now that molecule, ISM 6331, is in human trials. What AI is doing is just drastically compressing the time it takes to go from a simple idea to a potential life-saving treatment. And this really shows us the two major fronts where AI is waging this war. On one side, it's being proactive. It's creating brand new medicines to treat diseases. And on the other, it's being reactive, using its power to find and identify existing conditions way faster and more accurately than we've ever been able to before. And a perfect example of this is a new tool for diagnosing long COVID in children, which, as you may know, has been a notoriously difficult condition to pin down. Researchers in Rome developed an AI that can analyze protein markers in the blood and spot the condition with an incredible 93% accuracy. For families who have been struggling with uncertainty, that is an absolute game changer. So, okay, we have AI designing cancer drugs, we have it diagnosing these complex conditions, but with stakes this high, how can we be sure that we can actually trust its decisions? You know, how do we build better, safer AI, especially when lives are literally on the line? Well, one of the biggest challenges for years has been what's known as the black box problem. With a lot of traditional AI models, we can feed data in and we get an answer out, but we have absolutely no idea how the AI got to that conclusion. The why is a complete mystery, and that lack of transparency, that's a huge hurdle for medicine. But now, a really cool breakthrough from researchers at OISD in Japan is offering a totally new path forward. They've built an AI that doesn't just crunch data. It learns by connecting different senses together, just like a human toddler does when it's first figuring out the world around it. So why does this matter so much? Well, because this AI can generalize. It learns what the color red is by seeing red toys and objects, not just by analyzing pixels. And this makes its decisions transparent. Researchers can actually peek inside and study its thought process. It grounds language in real-world experience, which paves the way for AI that is fundamentally safer and, importantly, more ethical. All right, so we've seen massive projects, real-world drugs, and much, much smarter AI. But what does all of this add up to? And what does it mean for your health in the years to come? And that brings us to the key question, really. After everything we've looked at today, from early detection all the way to personalized medicine,
Where do you think the biggest impact is going to be felt in the coming years?
Is it going to be in catching diseases earlier than we ever thought possible? Or in creating medicines that are tailored specifically to your unique body? Maybe it's in making our hospitals run more smoothly or accelerating drug discovery even further. Or maybe the most important thing is ensuring that the AI we build is ethical and transparent. These are the frontiers we're looking at right now.
But one thing is absolutely clear. This isn't science fiction anymore. The AI revolution is already here, and it's working inside our labs and our hospitals as we speak. So the biggest question is no longer if AI will change medicine, but how quickly we can all adapt to a world where our health is co-piloted by an algorithm.